Hello guys, this is MacLeod. Today we're gonna be putting together or start putting together my Sakura D3 counter steer sport car, RC car. Yep, I just got the one-way differential, so we're gonna start doing this. Let me show you something real quick. This car is really good, but it has some faulty things. First thing you need is well, I think it's more aesthetic, of one-way front differential. A must would be a belt tensioner, and last but not least, a aluminum spare gear adapter, because the spare gear is a little bit loose with the plastic parts. I also bought for the motor, when I get it, motor fan, because it's going brushless, and a little bit, you know, I wanted to look somewhat eccentric. I bought some disc brakes. Yep, we're gonna start, and hopefully this is a video for people that have never done kits. Will actually appreciate how a noob, because it will be my first kit, how a noob put a kit together. I have read on the forums there's have been some problems, minor problems with assembly, but we're gonna try to tackle those as we go along. Have heard good reviews of the chassis, of that chassis in particular. They say it's pretty good. Well, let's just get started. Hey guys, okay, for the front, we're gonna start with the front suspension arms. We will need 2 button screws and 2 studs, ball studs, and 2 set screws, pretty much, to start the front one real quick here. Let's see now. Oops, hit the table. Okie dokie. Let's start with the top ones right here. Okie dokie. I'm putting them by hand first because I wanna make sure I set them right. I also heard on the forums that it's a little bit tricky to put them in, but eventually we're gonna get them right. Yeah, I said eventually. It's my first build, so I want to be extra careful. Okie dokie, let's start with this real quick. I might be jumping the video here and there, but you know, it's self-explanatory, but I'm gonna try to minimize the jumping so you guys could pretty much figure out what I am doing between jumps or between stuff. Got my dynamite tool here. Which one is that? Oh, I forgot. Nope, too small. It's my first kit. I'm very pleased the way they came out, and oh, too big. That's what she said. Yeah, medic. I'm using your saying. Yeah, that would be it. I don't have a millimeter gauge. I should have bought one. I'll probably pick it up later on during the night and come back and redo this. because of the fact that you have to have a 2mm screw, screwing out of the piece. So I'm just gonna eyeball it for now, and then when I get the gauge, I'm gonna try to get the digital gauge. Hopefully it's not too expensive. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Yeah, really tight sucker. Pretty much. Hopefully it could focus. There's 2mm there. Hey guys, as you can see, I got them in. First part is 2mm out here. But since I don't have a gauge, I'm eyeballing it for now. Then probably later on I'll go get me a gauge, but a millimeter gauge. But it's pretty much self-explanatory. You see, pretty cool. Okay, I already got the other side done. We're gonna go mount the stud balls and the studs. Yeah, the studs. We're gonna put the studs in. Okay. He went hard in. That's what she said. Yeah, I might be burning the joke. Sorry. It went really hard because it's not. As you put it in, it starts making the grooves on the screw on the arm. So it will get hot, and I already have a little heat feeling on my thumb when I was screwing it in. Alright, yay. Okay, let's put the ball studs, but we need these little suckers over here. We need the set screws, and one of them goes in here. It has to have a 5mm outside gap, or should be 5mm in. Let's see which one is okay. It's this tiny one. Okay, I hope you guys are watching this. I'm gonna get probably standing up in front of the camera because I'm by myself doing this, and I don't got nobody to help out. But I'm just gonna put it in so you guys can see, pretty much like so. Remember guys, this is a noob putting this together. This is my first kit, which I'm very happy. I wanted to have the experience. Some other guys be saying, "Oh, that's all that they used to sell. Selling it all pre-built." But what's the fun in having a kit if you are not gonna build it yourself? Part of the hobby, like Medic says that it's part of the hobby. It's always good to have the experience at least once or twice, maybe four or five times. Okay. Right now I'm just eyeballing pretty much, and it looks good. I gonna put these parts here. Eventually I have to go to the store, get me a gauge, and gauge them up. See, hoping that I'm doing it right without being prepared fully, which is kind of dumb. You always want to be fully prepared when you're doing a kit. Want to have all your tools together. Which I bought that cost on my local hobby shop, Brad's Hobbies. Not pay advertisement. Just throwing a shout out. Around 17 bucks for this little set of 5 screwdriver Allen wrench, or whatever they call it. I'm a noob. Remember the noob. does not know. Okay, let's see. I'm just eyeballing. Remember, guys, I'm just eyeballing, which is not recommended, but at least at least it's pretty much coming along. I don't wanna have a 2-3 part series on this. Then again, I'm new, so I really don't want to do it, but eventually I might have to, because I am going, you know, since it's my first time, I'm just going piece by piece. This one's screwed, just hand screwed, pretty snippy. And I guess the 5mm count is just to, you know, make sure that it's not popping out of the thing, as you can see. So hopefully, let me get up. I'm being lazy. That's what happens when you're on your own. I just screw this in, hand tight. It's not coming out through there. It's pretty in deep. Pretty cool. Second one is done. Okie dokie. Now we're gonna do pretty much. Okay, the front we're done. At least I got some of it done. So I'm gonna put it aside. Now I'm gonna end up doing the back, which is pretty, you know, pretty much the same thing, same procedure. On the rear, I need 2 big screws, again with the 2mm out thingamajig, and then the ball studs and the ball and the set screws. Let's start with this. Let's see, I want to make sure I'm doing it right. Yes, sir. Okie dokie. And I'm gonna go in front of the camera with this one, so you could see how hard. Excuse my English. I'm trying to think before I say, so I won't come out sounding messed up. Okay. It's not threaded. That's the word I was looking for earlier. This is not threaded, so you have to do it. You know, it's a hard screw to put it in. That's what she said. Again, medic burning your jokes. Ha! So I just put my finger here. You're gonna feel some heat because it does create some friction. Going right there. Ah! I burned. It's coming right out. Just like that. Ta-da! So since this is like the first one, like the front one, I'm doing backs now. Since this is like the front ones, I'm just gonna skip here and end up having it all together. Okay, for the back ball stud, the instruction says to put it in the middle, right here. So excuse me for the focus. I really don't do this kind of stuff. Not a professional, I'm just a noob. And it's also going to 5mm in. These ones are going in pretty fast, pretty good. And these are the back ones. I just took a time to read the instructions. Always read the instructions if you're a newbie and don't know what to do or what you're doing. It's always good to read the instructions. and this is how it's gonna come out. Ta-ta! Yeah, I haven't checked that out yet, but just look at the instructions, because I was almost about to put it here when it does not tell me to do it yet or do anything with that. So instructions, very importante. Yeah. All right.